Number 5, polygon A has an area of 27R square meters. Polygon A is dilated by a scale factor to 3 to create polygon B. What is the area in square meters of polygon B? All right. All right, the area of the original one is, you can find that by saying length times width. Length times width gives you the area of polygon A, and they're saying it's 27R. I don't know why they put an R in there, maybe to throw you off. Who knows? Okay, but if you take polygon A and you dilate it by a scale factor of 3, basically, if you'll look, it's not perfect, but you're going to get, this is polygon B. This is 3 times whatever your width was originally, okay, by a scale factor of 3. And your length is 3 times whatever your original length was. So 3W times 3 lengths, that's going to be 9 times whatever the area is, okay, of the original one. So if polygon A, your length times width gives you 27R, remember 1A, 2A, 3A's, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I have polygon B and it's 3 times dilated by a factor of 3, that means it's 3 times the width, 3 times the length, and 3 times 3 is 9 when you do the area. So you're going to take your original 27R and multiply it by 9 because each dimension was factored up by 3, okay? And 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 times 7 is 63, put down a 3, carry the 6. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6. 18 plus 6 is 243. And just stick the R back on there. So I'm going to go looking, and it looks like I'm going to do this one right here. Okay? Just remember, you're going to wind up with an area that's 9 times what you started with because it's a scale factor of 3 times a scale factor of 3 since it's area. All right, 6 says, Jessica baked 72 cookies and sold X cookies. Max baked 36 cookies and sold half as many cookies as Jessica did. How many cookies did Jessica sell if they each had the same number of cookies left over? Okay, so here's the big thing. How many cookies did if they each had the same number of cookies left over? So cookies left over, whatever Max sold, he sold 36 cookies. Sorry, he baked 36 cookies and sold a certain amount. Jessica baked 72 cookies and sold a certain amount. And so 72 minus whatever she sold is the number of cookies she has left over. Max only baked 36 cookies, and he sold half as many cookies as Jessica did. So what he sold is 1/2 of what she sold. Okay, now here's what Jessica did, equals however many cookies left over. Here's what Max did. But remember, they said that they have the same number of cookies left over, so we can just take this out and make it equal to each other. 72 minus the number of cookies Jessica sold is the same number as 36 minus the 1/2 cookies that Max sold. Okay? Here's what I'm going to do. Just going to rearrange, put my numbers on the same side. 72 minus 36 is 36, minus x equals negative 1/2 x. Then I'm going to combine my x's. Plus x plus x. I get 36 on this side. Negative 1/2 x plus 1x is a positive 1/2 x. Okay? To get x by itself, multiply this side by 2, multiply this side by 2. So x is 2 times 36, which is 72. But that makes sense. Okay, 72 minus 72, Jessica had 0 cookies left over. Put 72 in here. 1/2 of 72 is 36. 36 minus 36 is also 0 cookies left over for Max. So that seems to work out. Let's look at our answers. D. Okay. Number 7. A business owner opens a new investment account with $10,000 with a $10,000 deposit. The investment account earns 2.5% interest, compounded annually. The business owner does not plan to make any deposits or withdrawals. How much interest will the investment account earn at the end of the first and second years? Move the correct answer to each box. Not all answers will be used. Okay, so there's more than one way that we can approach this, but I am definitely needing to look at my interest formulas down at the bottom of my formula chart. If I want, I can do this one fairly easily for the first year, but after that, simple interest doesn't really work because they told you specifically that the interest compounds annually. Okay. Basically, that means you're earning interest on the interest that you've already earned. Okay, so here's what we need to do. A basically is the account balance is going to be equal to the principal, which is what you put into the account in the first place, times 1 plus whatever your interest rate is, raised to the number of years. Okay, so I'm going to write that down real quickly. A equals P1 plus R to the T. Okay, so I'm going to do it first. What is the interest compounded for just 1 year? Well, 10,000 times 1 plus 0.025 raised to the first power. All right, so that's going to be 10,000 times 1 plus 0.025, because 2.5% interest is 0.025 in decimal form, raised to the time period, which is in this case just 1 year. Enter. Okay, that is your account balance at the end of 1 year. You started with 10,000, okay? So in the first year, you earned $250 in interest, okay? So make sure that not only are you doing the math right, but that you're answering the question right. The account will earn $250 in interest at the end of the first year, okay? At the end of the second year, the account will have earned a total of, okay, so again, take the principal that you put in the bank, 1 plus the interest rate, raised. This time, the time is 2 years, okay? So we're going to put a 2 there. And let's do the math again. 10,000 times 1 plus 0.025 raised to the second power, because now we're doing 2 years. Enter. Oh, what did I do? Clear. I have, All right, let's try that again. 10,000 times 1 plus 0.025. There we go. Raised to the second. Enter. All right. At the end of 2 years, your balance is $10,506.25. Now, careful on what they're asking. It says at the end of the second year, the account will have earned a total of, remember it started with 10,000, so this is how much you've earned in interest after 2 years. At the end of the second year, you have a total of $506.25 in interest. Okay?